right, so how about we get started? You are going to need your wine glass can. I am going to be using two different sizes. Are going to need your choices of glitter. I personally recommend that you stick to fine glitter just because it makes it a lot easier for you to be able to not have to do multiple thicker layers of Mod Podge. You are going to be needing a dishwasher safe Mod Podge. You are going to need alcohol and something to clean your tumbler with. So my alcohol is in this little spray bottle. And then you need masking tape or painter's tape or electrical tape. So I'm going to show you two different ways. Some people use the masking tape. Some people rather just use the electric tape. So I'm going to try both. Honestly, I've always used it with masking tape. But let's figure if this is a better option. Most husbands have it. Most husbands have it. So, and then here are some of the decals that I am going to be using. You do need a brush to apply your Mod Podge with, and you need a marker. Preferably try to get the markers that are for like whiteboards because they are removable. I don't have any of those. I have this scented marker that I hope it smells like. I don't know what it smells like. It's scented, but no te rías. It smells like pickles. Anyways, so just find any marker, preferably something that it can be removed. And then you will need a little either a box or anything anything where you can place your marker at, so we can have an even line when we're trying to tape down our tumbler. First thing that we want to be able to do is we want to make sure that we have a straight line so that we know exactly where our glitter is going to go. So I'm just gonna stack a couple I stack my little notepad thingy and some rhinestones, and I like to tape down my marker just because I always end up moving it. So grab your masking tape, tape down your marker down to the size where you want your marker to be. This is not gonna look pretty, but as long as it works, okay? So if I go over it with my I still managed to move it. Leave it to me. All right. So as you can see, I still managed to move it. But at least now I know exactly where that line is going to be. There is no rule as far as whether you want it lower or you want it higher or you want to do a full glitter tumbler, you can. In this case, I'm only going to be doing a little portion of my tumbler, of my wine glass. I do think that it's just a little bit way too tall. So I'm gonna take this apart again. Let me remove that and see if this works. So again, we draw another line, and I think I like this better because it's not taking over the whole tumbler. It is still giving me a little bit of sparkles once I add my glitter, and it's still giving me a lot of room for me to go in and add my decal or whatnot. So let me wipe it down with alcohol. Now that I figured out exactly where I want it to be, you want to make sure that you wipe down your tumbler with alcohol prior to starting this process. Because again, if you have not learned anything from the classes that I've hosted other weeks, your body has oils and those oils remain on the tumbler. So it would be very difficult for your glitter to adhere with your Mod Podge if it's oily. To remove your sticker, go ahead and grab your heat gun. A little bit of heat to it. And it will come out like butter. Because it does leave a little bit of residue, I add a little bit more of alcohol and then I just wipe it down. And all of that is going to fall off. So now that I took off my sticker and that I figured out how tall I wanted that to be, I am going to grab my marker, grab my glass can, and I slowly turn it all the way through. There you go. So now I know exactly where my tape needs to go. Yay! Now we have our line, symmetrical line. It might not look like it, but hopefully I don't mess this up once I start to add my tape. For this one, we are going to stick with our masking tape because again, this is a method that I've used before. And then for the other tumbler, we're going to do the same technique with the marker, but we are going to be using masking tape. No, what is this called? Wire tape?
Electrical tape.
Electrical tape. Right, so once you're there,
Be careful, don't get chopped.
I like to put it over the line. Right, so we have our line there. But before I add my glitter, again, I like to remove my marker just so that it doesn't stay there. So make sure that with alcohol, you remove any proof that you cheated. For this one, I am going to be using electrical tape. Some people, I don't know, I've never tried it. This is the first time that I'm gonna try it with you guys. They like using electrical tape better. I don't know. If you guys have tried it, do you like electrical tape better, or do you want like painter's tape? Like, would you go for an electrician or would you go for a painter? See, that's when it's good. That's true. And we do exactly the same process. You know what? I can see why they would like this better. Because it's more like flexible.
We just got a mental.
But because it's all very flexible, I feel like there's room for me to, you can't see, there's room for me to put it where it's not supposed to go. There you have it. I'm not a fan of this. I feel like this is gonna look a little bit more crooked, but you know what? It's fine. If I mess it up, I'll just leave it there. I also went a little bit higher on this one. It's okay. It's okay. It's cool. Might just put a little word there instead of being able to put a full-on decal, but it's fine. We are working with a small surface here. Like, look how big this bad boy is. I also want to point out that yes, you can also do this technique with mugs. I have done them as well, and they are super, 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 super beautiful. Now, the first method, I am just gonna go in with a peekaboo effect. And before you start to pour any glitter on it, in order for you to be able to see that peekaboo, meaning that when you are drinking out of your glass, you will be able to see whatever it is that we put on that first layer. So I found this little cute little flowers and like some musical notes that you cannot really see on camera here. But I figured, why not just put, I can buy myself flowers. Take advantage of that. Take advantage of that. The problem with this is that you cannot use any like holographic effects on it, on that or not, because we're not, what we are actually gonna be able to see is going to be the lower layer where the glue, where the sticky part of your vinyl is. So I do recommend that if you want to try this peekaboo technique, that you stick to just neutral, like solid colors, because you know that your backing is, I took it apart. Your backing is going to be the same color as the actual color that you want to show. All right. So for example, I have these beautiful organic flowers. But if I tape them down, I will not be able to see that holographic effect because the backing is black. I'm gonna grab my transfer paper and I am going to start transferring the flowers onto my wine glass. Right, we got our flower on our transfer sheet and I am just gonna start placing them on my mug here. You gotta remember that you have a tumbler that is not like straight, so I do have a little bit of pieces there that are kind of lifting. Normally what I do is I just grab my heat gun and I apply a little bit of heat to them and I try to flatten them down. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let's grab another one. Another trick that you can do, especially when you have those curved areas, you can grab your vinyl and cut a little bit of the corners of your transfer paper. And then this will allow your tumbler to just have a little bit more of a freedom to adhere where they need to adhere. And then I lift one side, and before I start pressing on the next one, I make sure that transfer tape is not touching the other one, so that again it would allow me to have more mobility when I am applying my decal. Then I'm just gonna apply some musical notes, just because. Once you added your decals, then you are ready to glitter. Mr. Yaya did a little mix. Listen, he doesn't want to do glitter, yet he still manages to do little mixes.
Oh, stop it.
And this glitter, ooh, ooh, baby, it is gorgeous. It's freaking amazing. I see he mixed a whole freaking bag.
And you were freaking out.
And look how freaking, oh, hold on, beautiful this is. It's like purple and pink and gold and I like it a lot.
I like it, Picasso.
We are gonna grab our dishwasher safe mud podge. Make sure you mix it. I don't need to buy like the big one if you're not gonna be doing this for a long time, but it is available on my Amazon storefront if you guys want to go get yourself one. Before we apply our mud podge, I am going to go over it one more time with alcohol to make sure that I did not leave my sticky fingers there. I am going to grab my glitter out of the container for this first layer just because I will not be working with my glitter just yet. But for any additional coats, I am going to pour a little bit of my dishwasher safe mud podge to make sure that I don't add any glitter here. Then we are gonna go in with a very thin layer of your Mod Podge. And I am going to grab my custom mix made by Mr. Yaya, and I am going to pour. This is a little bit of a thicker mix than what I would normally use. Tap it with your hand just a little bit. Look how freaking stunning. Stunning. And then we are going to let that first layer dry. Next one, I am going to be using a very fine glitter so you guys can see the difference in the way they look. This one, I am not doing a peekaboo effect. This is just going to be a plain color. For this one, I am going to be using Monster Mash by Glitter by Nest. She has very affordable glitter, you guys. She was also one of the ones that I would normally go to. She's amazing. I love her. And I'm going to go with that green because I am going to be adding a little bit of organic leaves to them, to the outside of the tumbler. And then we got our first layer. Most of my glitters are from people that are not selling. Yeah, most of them, yes. Unfortunately, one day I'm gonna be able to say these are available in my shop. Watch. I am manifesting that for 2023, regardless of how many sound effects Mr. Yaya throws. I said it. I put it out in the universe. I just need to do my homework because as anything that I do for my shop, they will be affordable. Thank you. Thank you. So I just need to do my homework just a little bit more. I mean, I've been doing my homework since like last year, but Mr. Yaya won't let me order anything. And he actually made this particular mix, with like glitter that I purchased from Michael's when I first started.
Expensive.
I'm closing it and like shaking it because I don't want there to be just like purples on it. I love the different colors in this mix, but he just threw a bunch of colors in there, and well, he threw two colors in it, and I feel that there's more of one than the other. Pero mira qué cutie. Look how stinking cute. And then again, I don't know if you guys can see, but you can see the flowers down there. I think we got full coverage. I might do just one more layer just to be on the safe side. So we're just gonna leave it there and move on to the second layer of our next tumbler. Let me clean this brush because it has glitter from our other tumbler. And again, we don't want to contaminate our tumblers.
Okay.
I am an affiliate for Chunky Monkey Glitter. She is my go-to. So if you guys want to go get some products from her, you are more than welcome to do that. Just use Yaya's Hobby Shop at checkout so you can save 15%, 15 on your car insurance. Just kidding. 50% on your on your 50% on your purchase. I am a brand ambassador for Roseanne from E Froggy Experiments. She has polymer clay. She has polymer clay. Just let her know that Yaya sent you and she will give you a free gift with your purchase. She doesn't work with discounts. She works with gifts. The problem that you do get with using the dishwasher safe Mod Podge is that you supposedly you need to let it dry in between coats an hour to 2 hours, right? I use a heat gun, so I kind of expedite the process that way, but it does take 30 days to cure. That means that means I mean you can still use the tumbler and it's not going to fall off depending on how many coats you use, but for your client to be able to make it as dishwasher safe is you're gonna have to let it sit there for quite a lot of days.
Sounds like a good wine.
Honestly, I've never let it dry for 30 days. You know, and most that I've let it dry is like a week.
No es cierto, ahí tienes unos que tienen 3 años guardados.
There's some that have 3 years. But I have used Mod Podge, and let me tell you, my husband have to like sand it down and scrape it with a knife to get that glitter off, without even having me seal it with epoxy or anything like that. So they can be very durable, but again, it's the same way as if we were selling tumblers to our customers, right? Like if they don't take care of them, if they don't follow our instructions on how they have to take care of the tumbler, then they're not gonna last a long time. So it just like with you doing tumblers, it's a matter of how well your client takes care of it. It's just, you know, I would just leave it just a couple of days, if not a week, for it to dry. Before they can place it, they can still use it, but if they want to be able to put it on the dishwasher, then I do recommend that you stay with the curing time that they are saying there. And you don't need to use dishwasher safe. Like again, if you just want to use Mod Podge, you can use Mod Podge. It's not a requirement, but most of the people that use glass cups in general, they like to throw them in the dishwasher. So adding that little disclaimer can be something that you probably should add. So let's get in there. Now another thing that you guys can do is that you can do like a two-tone glass can, you can do your first layer with one color, and if I want to apply a different color, I can just go over it on this second coat. I'm always gonna do this every time I pour this color. Because listen, blacks are always the hardest glitters to find. And I'm saying black that will not turn into like freaking chapopote once you pour your epoxy. And then again, we are going to take off our tape slowly and towards you. The suspense. Look how stinking cute this is. And then you got the green inside. How stinking cute. And then you have that peekaboo effect when you hold your tumbler. Oh, she cute. So beautiful. Then we're gonna add our deco, and you do want to make sure that we seal that glitter. So I'm gonna let it dry still. We're gonna let it dry, and then we are going to add 2 additional coats of our Mud Podge, or our dishwasher safe Mud Podge. But we got that one down. For this one, we use electrical tape, okay? I haven't used electrical tape for this type of method. People seem to like it better. Let's see if it leaves us a seamless and straight line. I don't know. I mean, I guess it works. I feel like this one has the line is a little bit more seamless with the painter's tape. But what do you think? We got green inside, black in the outside. Let me grab a couple of organic leaves. And I am just going to place them randomly on my cup. This is the final result for this particular tumbler. We did a 2-tone. My hands are all over it, so it's not gonna look pretty. And I haven't sealed my glitter. But we did a full sealed 2-tone color wine glass. I added some leaves, and we have green on the inside, and we have black on the outside. We added the little leaves. Again, I still need to seal that. For this one, we did a peekaboo glass can. I don't know why I keep calling it a glass can. It's not a glass can. We did a peekaboo wine glass where we have our roses and our singing notes inside, and our glitter in the outside. And I am going to be adding a decal. I just need to go and see where I can get it. But this one came out super cute, and it's huge as well. You don't need to add just like decals like this. If you want to have a whole phrase in the inside of it, you can. Possibilities are endless. You can do a peekaboo with a 2-tone if you want to. It's up to you. It's honestly, use your imagination. I just want to do it as simple as possible, but this one came out super pretty. Yes, well, there you have it. This will conclude the live for this week's episode of Amigas Teaching Amigas. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's class. Again, this class was more for beginners. If you're gonna set your foot into what tumbler making is, this is the way that I started, you guys. This is the way that I started my small business journey. Again, I did glass cans because they were the most affordable option if you just get it from the Dollar Tree. And then from there, I did this exact same technique with acrylic tumblers. And then from acrylic tumblers, I went into full-on stainless steel tumblers. It's an easy, inexpensive way for you to start that ball rolling if you want to start your own small business doing tumblers. Once this is sealed, once you add your decals, this can easily be sold for $20 to $25. I've seen it for more. Just my price range, I wouldn't charge more than $25 for it, but that's just me. I like it. Let me know if you guys liked it. Let me know if you guys are going to try out any of the techniques that we did today. I hope you guys enjoy your class because this is such an easy technique to do. You can definitely do a little, glitter party with your girlfriends, or even have a little arts and crafts session with your kiddos. Just be careful because if you're gonna go this route, they are glass, but there are a lot of acrylic tumblers that they can use to do this technique as well. I will be posting February's class schedule on my website. There is a section there called Amigas Teaching Amigas, and you guys are gonna be able to see the classes and the materials needed for each particular class. Thank you so much for being here. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed this week's class. If you tried out this technique, tag me. I would love to see you create, and hopefully you enjoy this class as much as I did. I cannot wait to see you guys for next class. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.